Hello, I'm Sarah, and I like to work out how much things cost. No, actually that's a lie, I don't like doing it, but I do it a lot because of obviously the nature of my YouTube channel is showing people cheaper ways of doing things, and so I think it's only right to actually take that one step further. And whenever I do my recipe videos, you'll often see a little thing, whichever side it comes up on, showing how much each ingredient is and then a total cost. Now generally I will put approx, and there's a reason for that, and I thought I'd actually just go through with you guys because I was talking to someone the other day who seemed to think I was some kind of genius because I could work out how much a tablespoon of flour costs. I thought, well, I'm just going to show you because it's not that hard. You just need a bit of patience and a calculator, unless you can work things out in your head, which I cannot. A few things kind of to bear in mind when you look at the prices that I come up with on my videos. Number one, I'm aware there's a lot of people outside of New Zealand that watch my videos, so of course they're all in New Zealand dollars. Of course, prices vary supermarket to supermarket. I generally go to Pack and Save, and every Pack and Save, and I assume it goes for every other supermarket throughout New Zealand, their prices will be different. I know that when we used to live up in Pukekohe in the North Island, and when we moved down to the South Island, I went to the Pack and Save in Wainoni, and because we were living with my brother for a while there, and we stocked up big time because we thought they had some kind of mega special going on. It actually turned out that's just their prices. So yeah, certain things will be cheaper or more expensive depending on North Island, South Island, which Pack and Save you go to. Most of my prices I will get from my local Pack and Save here in Canterbury. Sometimes I'll actually go to the Pack and Save online shopping and get a price from there. Now, Pack and Save online shopping, they don't have in the South Island, they've only got it in the North Island. So I'm obviously getting North Island prices, and it varies a lot because of course I've tried going to different Pack and Saves throughout the North Island, changing my location. And yeah, the prices are all different and the products are slightly different as well. What brands you can get are different. So that's why I put that very crucial little approx beside all the prices. I'm going to go through a bit of an example. I'm going to use my basic bread video, which I did a couple of years ago, as an example of pricing. But of course, if you look up that bread video, and I've got a thumbnail on it, which is, the thumbnail's like the word for the little picture that you click on when you go into a video. And the thumbnail says, make your own bread for under $1, or something like that. That might not necessarily be true anymore. However, it was in 2009. So, of course, prices are going to vary year to year. I can't go back into my video and edit the little words that are on the screen. I'm going to just show you, but I think it is a really, really good thing to do every now and then. If you're making your own things, just to go through exactly what does this cost and compare it to something in the store and make sure it is cheaper. I mean, it might not be, generally it will be, or you might be surprised. You might pick up something really cheap and decide to do an experiment, try and make it yourself. And so I'll just show you how you work out exactly how much that cost you without equating the entire list of things that you bought when you're only going to use part of those things. My bread, for example, now when I did the video, I took the prices from my local Pack and Save. However, at the time, right here and now, I just went and did an online check just for comparisons and whatnot. I went to the Kilburnie Pack and Save, which is somewhere in the North Island. Not entirely sure where. Hello, Kilburnians. That might not be the correct term. So anyway, bread maker's yeast. So to make 2 loaves of bread in that particular recipe I did, I used 2 tablespoons of instant dried bread maker's yeast, which the Kilburnie Pack and Save had 130 grams for $5.09. So then I need to work out the price per gram. So of course the $5.09, divide that by 130, and it equates to about 4 cents per gram. I will do a little bit of rounding up and down for point cents and that sort of thing. How much does a tablespoon of yeast weigh? Now normally when I'm figuring out how much a tablespoon of yeast, a cup of flour, whatever it weighs, I'll normally tap it into Google, because for me it is quicker just to tap it into Google and ask Google, how much does a cup of flour weigh? Than it is to actually get out my scales and weigh it. However, with the yeast, there are so many different types of yeast, it was a really hard one to figure out, so I actually got my scales and I weighed it. It's about 9 grams. You want to take that 4 cents times 9 grams, and that's 36 cents per tablespoon. I'm using 2 in the recipe, so 36 times 2 is 72 cents. So it's 72 cents worth of yeast in that recipe. Now I'll just do a quick side note while I'm thinking about it, because the weight of things varies country to country. I actually looked up how much does a cup of flour weigh, and if you type in US, it comes up with 125 grams. If you type in how much does a cup of flour weigh NZ for New Zealand, it's 150 grams. And so I tried a few different countries and they all seem to vary. It's either 120 grams or 150 grams. So where I can, I go with the New Zealand weight. Don't ask me why they weigh different. I don't know. Let me know if you know. Because I'm pretty sure a cup in volume should be the same amount. I mean, don't ask me. But that's just a wee side note, you know. The other ingredient is 2 tablespoons of salt. Incidentally, I've found I can easily make 2 loaves with just 1 tablespoon of salt since then. However, let's just go with it. So 2 tablespoons of salt. You can buy salt in 1 kg packets for $1.29. So $1.29, we need to know the price per gram. Of course, there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So you divide $1.29 by 1,000 and you're left with 0.001 of a cent. There are 12.5 grams in a tablespoon of salt. So times that 0.001 by 12.5 and it comes to a cent. So a tablespoon of salt costs about a cent. 2 tablespoons, 2 cents. The other ingredient I've got is water. That's free from the tap. Just saying. The other ingredient is 8 cups of high-grade flour. So there was 1.5 kg bags of flour for $1.89. Of course, get the price per gram, so $1.89 divided by 1,500 for grams in the kilogram, which comes to 0.00126 cents per gram of flour. So we take that, 1 cup of flour, New Zealand grams, it's 150 grams. So 0.00126 times 150 is 0.189. So that sort of thing, I just round that up to 19 cents. So it costs about 19 cents for 1 cup of flour. So I put 8 cups in that recipe, 19 times 8, so that comes to $1.52. So if we add all those things together, 72 cents plus 2 cents plus $1.52 comes to $2.26. That's for 2 loaves of bread, so 1 loaf of bread now would cost $1.13 to make. So you might look at that and say I can buy a loaf of bread for $1, but it's flimsy, piddly bread. It's not real nice homemade bread, just saying. Now of course I incorporate the cost of ingredients, not necessarily the cost of power, but if you want to argue over the cost of power, read the comment section in the video I did of me doing a baking day, because there was a lot of toing and froing about the cost of power, but at the end of the day it's not a huge amount to work your oven, depending on your oven and your kilowatts, time of day, deal you've got with your power company, how long's a piece of string. So that's why I keep it simple-ish by just working out the ingredients. It is something that's worth doing every now and then, and that's why I do put the prices up, because quite often you will think, you think about doing some baking, you think, oh, I'm going to buy a bag of flour, a bag of sugar, some yeast, bag of baking powder, and it does all add up. But then it's a case of how many different things can you make with all those different products. So I hope that answered some questions as to how I work out all my prices. Sorry, I've got a kitten. Sorry, Gretel's just come to join us. Hello, Gretel. So, yes, I hope that provided a good guide. Anyway, hit like, leave me a comment down below, excuse the kitten bumping the camera, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Oi, get off there.
You're a problem. Who's a problem? That there. That's a problem. You're a problem. Yeah.